Listen, wake up, O sleeper, the hour is far spent, and the veil between the seen and the unseen is trembling. A sign hidden for ages has just been revealed. The final sign before the trumpet sounds and the sky is split open. What does it mean? It means that the time to drift is over. The time to slumber is done. It is no longer someday, it is now. The last prophecy stands fulfilled before your very eyes. Will you stand with it or be swept away? Listen carefully, for this is not just another word, but a summons to shake the very dust off your soul. The first key is to recognize the sign, to open your eyes wide and see what many refuse to see. The final sign is not hidden in some faraway scroll, locked away for prophets alone. It is right here, written across the face of the earth, pulsing through every headline, every trembling heart, every restless soul. Look at the world, do you not see it? The nations rage, kingdoms crumble, voices rise against voices, brother turns on brother. Fires blaze on the land and in the hearts of men. Wars and rumors of wars echo like thunder rolling across the hills. Children of light are mocked, truth is traded for lies, and good is called evil, while evil parades as good. These are not just the woes of history repeating themselves. They are the birth pangs. The shaking is not random. It is prophetic. The final sign was always meant to shake the foundations, so that what cannot be shaken would remain. But it is more than earthquakes and wars and pestilence. The deepest sign is closer than the news reports. It is inside you. It is that stirring you feel even now, that haunting sense that time is shorter than you want to admit, that the world is spinning out of control, that eternity is pressing against the walls of your daily routine. You know it, you feel it. The Spirit is whispering, awake, the hour is at hand. There was once a man who lived his life as if tomorrow would always come. A good man by the world's measure, full of good intentions, but always waiting for a better moment to turn back to the ancient path. He built barns, planned vacations, chased promotions. He knew the scriptures, but left them gathering dust. One night, he sat alone on his porch, the stars blazing like diamonds. He felt it, that same tug you feel now, that this world is not forever, that a trumpet would sound one day for him, whether he was ready or not. He promised himself, tomorrow I'll make things right. Tomorrow I'll bend my knee. Tomorrow I'll come home. But tomorrow never came for him. His breath left him like a whisper in the night, and all his barns, his plans, his excuses crumbled to ash. So open your eyes. Let that story break your heart awake. The sign is not just in the storm clouds gathering. It is in your heartbeat right now. Heaven is calling your name, shaking your walls, pounding at the door. Recognize it. Do not let your soul sleep while eternity stands at your doorstep. Let your spirit rise. Let your eyes see. Let your heart break so you can be made whole. For the last sign has appeared, and those who see it will never be the same again. If you have opened your eyes to the sign, if you've dared to see what the world refuses to see, then you must go further. Recognition means nothing if it doesn't lead to transformation. This is the hour to shake off lukewarm living, to cast off the chains of a half-hearted faith that pleases no one, neither heaven nor earth. The final sign is a divine trumpet, blasting through the numbness of your comfort and your compromise. It demands you choose. Will you stand blazing with holy fire, or drift into the shadows with those who only pretend to care? Too many live as if tomorrow is promised, drifting through days like sleepwalkers. They hold the truth in one hand and the world in the other, trying to balance them like a juggler who never wants to drop either. They say, I'll get serious one day. I'll clean up my life when the timing is better. Surely God understands my weaknesses. But the final sign shouts back, no more excuses. The shaking is not for tomorrow, it is for now. The king does not return for a bride covered in the filth of yesterday's compromises. He returns for a people purified by fire, eyes set like flint, hearts beating with the urgency of eternity. Imagine a lamp with oil that has run dry. It still looks like a lamp, polished brass standing tall. But when the darkness comes, there is no flame. So many souls are like that lamp. Good on the outside, dead on the inside. But there was once a man, a simple farmer, whose life was full of distractions. Fields to plow, debts to pay, children to feed. He attended church, nodded at sermons, said his prayers half asleep. But one night a storm rose up. Thunder cracked like the voice of God. Lightning split the sky above his fields. He felt the fear of the Lord in his bones and fell on his knees in that storm, crying out, "No more games, no more tomorrow. Take all of me tonight." That storm broke him, but in that breaking, the oil flowed. His family saw the change. His neighbors saw the flame. And long after the storm passed, the fire never went out. This is what the sign demands of you, that you stop pretending to live for him while your heart is married to the world. Tear down the idols you keep hidden in secret places, the hidden sins, the compromise, the double life. Let your faith be real enough to cost you something, your comfort, your reputation, even your old ways. Let your heart be set ablaze until it makes the darkness tremble. For if the final sign has appeared, then the time for lukewarm faith is over. The king stands at the door. Will he find you watching, burning, ready, or will he find only the cold ashes of what could have been? The choice is yours, but the hour waits for no one. Shake off the dust, rise up with fire, and let the world see that you belong not to the shadows, but to the light. When you shake off the dust of lukewarm living, you will find that you can no longer walk the same roads you once did, because the path of the set apart is narrow, steep, and glorious. The final sign that has appeared is not just a call to wake up. It is a call to be different, radically, wholly, and unmistakably different from the world that is racing toward its own destruction. You were never meant to blend in like a chameleon hiding among the shadows. You were meant to stand like a blazing torch on a hill. You were called to be set apart, marked by heaven in the midst of a world that laughs at holiness and mocks purity. To be set apart means you refuse to bow to the idols of this age, the idols that come disguised as convenience, popularity, and self-indulgence. It means your values are not bought by applause or sold by fear. It means you choose obedience even when no one is watching. It means you break the chains you once called normal, the habits, the secret sins, the poisoned friendships that drag you down. It means you stop feeding your soul with the world's garbage while hoping to shine with heaven's glory. If the final sign is here, then there is no more room for compromise. Your life must become an altar, your heart a sanctuary, your soul a blazing testimony that this world is not your home. There was once a young woman whose friends constantly pulled her into darkness. They laughed at purity, mocked faith, and made her feel foolish every time she tried to live differently. She wanted their approval so badly that she silenced her convictions and went along with their ways. Parties that ended in regret, words she couldn't take back, choices that left her soul bruised. But one night, alone in her room, she fell to her knees and cried out, "God, I am sick of pretending. I want to be yours, fully yours." She knew what it would cost. She would lose friendships that felt like family, be misunderstood and mocked, and stand alone in places where she once fit in. But in that sacred breaking, something holy happened. She found her courage. She stopped answering the calls that dragged her into darkness. She turned off the music that poisoned her spirit. She traded the approval of the crowd for the smile of her Father. And though the road was lonelier, it was brighter. She didn't just survive, she became a light that drew others out of their own shadows. This is what the final sign demands, that you draw a line in the sand and say, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." That you clear your life of compromise and live in such a way that the darkness cannot touch you. Holiness is not bondage, it is freedom. Purity is not old-fashioned, it is power. Consecration is not loss, it is gain beyond imagination. You were not called to be ordinary. You were not saved to blend in. You were redeemed to stand apart, to shine so brightly that when the world grows darker, they will look to you and see the evidence that the final sign is true and that the King is surely coming soon. So be set apart, be holy, be ready, and let your life speak louder than any sermon ever could. When you choose to live set apart, you will find that the flame burning in you was never meant to stay hidden. The final sign that has appeared is not just for your own awakening. It is a call to sound the alarm for others who are still trapped in the shadows. What good is it to be awake while those you love are still sleepwalking toward the edge of eternity? This hour demands that you rise up as a watchman on the wall, a voice that cries out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord. If the last sign is real, and it is, then you cannot keep it to yourself. You must ignite urgency in the hearts of others. For the time is short, and the stakes are eternal. It is easy to stay quiet. It feels safer to keep your faith tucked away, to bow to the fear of rejection, to tell yourself, it's not my place to interfere. Maybe they'll figure it out on their own. But every day, souls slip away, never having heard the truth from your lips. Truth you carry like a torch in the dark. The final sign is heaven's reminder that silence is not compassion. Silence is surrender. You are not called to argue people into the kingdom, but to live in such a way, speak in such a way, love in such a way that hearts break open at the sound of your voice. You carry the message of life, a message that can pull people from the brink of destruction into the arms of mercy. There was once a young man whose father spent years drifting from God. The father knew the truth, but pushed it away with the distractions of money, success, and his own pride. The son, on fire for God, prayed day and night for his father, but feared confronting him. One day, the son dreamed of a massive storm, lightning crashing, waves swallowing the shore, and his father standing alone on the edge, smiling, unaware that the water would soon pull him under. He woke up trembling, knowing the dream was a sign. With tears in his eyes, he went to his father, voice shaking but heart firm. He spoke every word God had placed in him, not with judgment, but with the burning love of a son desperate to see his father saved. The father hardened at first, but the words haunted him. Days turned to weeks, and in the secret place of his room, he fell to his knees and surrendered before it was too late. That father now stands in the same light he once mocked, all because a son refused to stay silent when the final sign came. If you believe this sign has appeared, then who must you reach? Who must you forgive? Who must you call home? Let go of pride. Let go of fear. Let the urgency of this hour break your heart for every soul around you. Speak to the prodigals. Intercede for the lost. Be relentless for your family, your friends, your neighbors, even your enemies. What you do in this final hour will echo into eternity. When the trumpet sounds, let it be known that you did not stand idly by while the world slept. Let heaven find you faithful, a voice crying out, a lamp blazing, a watchman on the wall, sounding the alarm until the last soul crosses from darkness into light. It's been quite the... Beloved, this is not the end of the world. It is the beginning of the kingdom. You were born for such a time as this, to stand, to shine, to be the sign yourself. Let the trumpet awaken you. Let the sign embolden you. Let your life testify that you were ready when the Master returned. The last sign is here. Now become the living prophecy. Go forth, and may it be said of you, they were found faithful, they were ready. Amen.